So in this video, let's look at the compound angle formulas for trigonometric ratios. So first, what are compound angles? If A and B are two angles, then A plus B and A minus B so on are called the compound angles of A and B. The angles which you obtain by adding or subtracting the angles. So if A, B, C are three angles, they can be formed a lot of compound angles, like A plus B plus C is a compound angle, A plus B minus C, so on. You have a lot of compound angles that can be formed. Now in this topic, we are going to learn how to find sine of a compound angle of A and B, sine of A plus B. So you might feel that sine of A plus B is equal to sine A plus sine B. So I'll distribute this sine of A plus sine of B, but this is wrong. So let us see that this is wrong. So let us take A is equal to 30 degrees and B is equal to 60 degrees. So let us see whether this equation is valid or not. Sine of 30 plus 60 is nothing but sine of 90 degrees is equal to sine A sine 30 degrees plus sine B is sine 60 degrees. So this implies 1 is equal to sine 90 is 1 is equal to sine 30 is half plus sine 60 is root 3 by 2, which obviously is wrong. So sine of A plus B will not be equal to sine A plus sine B. Similarly, cos of A plus B will not be equal to cos A plus cos B. So these trigonometric ratios cannot be distributed over addition of angles. Similarly, tan of A plus B cannot be written as tan A plus tan B. This cannot be done. So the question that we are going to deal in this topic is, what is the actual formula of sine of A plus B and what is the actual formula of cos of A plus B, so on. So let us go forward in doing that. So let us try to derive the formulas for compound angles. So to do that, what we are taking is a unit circle centered about origin. So let us consider that this is a unit circle, that is the radius is equal to 1. Now in this circle, P and Q are 2 points such that angle, so if this point is S, angle QOS be equal to capital A. So let this be angle A and let POS be equal to angle B. So P, the ray OP is making an angle of B with the positive x-axis. The ray OQ is making an angle of A with the positive x-axis. So now, if that is so, what are the coordinates of P? The coordinates of P is nothing but cos B, comma, sine B, right? By the definition of sine and cos, because the radius is 1. So the x coordinate will be 1 times cos B, the y coordinate will be 1 times sine B. Similarly, what are the coordinates of Q? Because this ray is making an angle of A, the coordinates will be cos A, comma, sine A. So once you know the coordinates of P and Q, what is the distance between PQ? So we know the distance formula. So can I write PQ square is equal to cos A minus cos B whole square plus sine A minus sine B whole square, right? So if I simplify this is equal to, so A minus B whole square is A square plus B square minus 2AB. So you get cos square A plus cos square B minus 2 cos A cos B using the shortcuts, plus sine square A plus sine square B minus 2 sine A sine B. So cos square A plus sine square A is 1, cos square B plus sine square B is 1. So we have 2, cos square A plus sine square A is 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 2 times cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. Sine A sine B. So this is the value of PQ square from this diagram. Now consider another unit circle centered about origin, that is the same unit circle, Now let us plot a point R such that OR makes an angle of A minus B with x-axis. So this is A, this is B. So if you subtract A minus B, so you get some angle. So let OR make that particular angle. Now what are the coordinates of R? Because this ray is making A minus B, the coordinates will be cos of A minus B, comma, sine of A minus B, right? And what are the coordinates of S? S is nothing but 1, 0, because this is on x-axis and the radius is equal to 1. Now what is the distance of RS? So RS square is equal to, so 1 minus cos of A minus B whole square plus sine square of A minus B. 0 minus sine of A minus B is sine of A minus B whole square. That is equal to, if you expand this, A minus B whole square, 1 plus cos square of A minus B minus 2 cos of A minus B plus sine square of A minus B. Now what is cos square A minus B plus sine square A minus B? It is equal to 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 minus 2 cos A minus B. So PQ is this, PQ square is this, RS square is this. So now can you see that PQ should be exactly same as RS? Because both are unit circles. And what is the angle that PQ subtends at the center? So PQ subtends at the center an angle equal to A minus B, right? So this angle is A minus B. And RS is also subtending an angle of A minus B at the center. So if the angles are equal, that means the chords are also equal. So PQ square has to be equal to RS square. That means these two have to be equal. So if these two are equal, you can see that 2 and 2 gets cancelled, minus minus gets cancelled, 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So you get cos of A minus B is equal to cos A cos B, cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So this is the basic compound angle derivation, and from this derivation I'll get the other derivations. So I hope you can understand this. Cos of A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So once you know this formula, from this formula you can derive all the other formulas. This, so cos of A plus minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So let us assume that minus B is the second angle. So if you assume minus B is the second angle, so cos of A plus B will become, so if minus B is taken as B, B has to be taken as minus B, cos of minus B plus sine of A sine of minus B. And we have already seen that cos of minus B is equal to plus cos B, sine of minus B is minus sine B. So this becomes cos A cos B. Cos doesn't differentiate between plus or minus. Cos of minus B is also equal to cos B. But sine of minus B is minus sine B. So minus of sine A sine B. So cos A minus B is cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. Cos A plus B is cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. Now if you want sine of A plus B and sine of A minus B, so what I do is, instead of A, I'll write 90 minus A. See what happens. So cos of 90 minus A minus B is equal to, so I'm using the formula, this formula, where I substitute A with 90 minus A. Let us see what happens. So cos of 90 minus A into cos B plus sine of 90 minus A into sine B. So this implies, so this is nothing but 90 minus of A plus B. So cos of 90 minus of A plus B. So cos of 90 minus theta is nothing but sine theta. So this becomes sine of A plus B is equal to, sine of A plus B is equal to, so cos of 90 minus A is sine A, cos B plus sine of 90 minus A is cos A sin B. So sine of A plus B is sine A cos B plus cos A sin B. So similarly, sine of A minus B is nothing but you just need to put minus B in the place of B. So this becomes sine A cos of minus B is also equal to cos B, but sine of minus B is minus sin B. So a minus comes out here. So minus cos A sin B. So you got all the 4 formulas. So these are the important formulas that you need to remember. Cos of A minus B is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Cos of A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin of sin B. Sin of A plus B is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sin of A minus B is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So now let us try to remember these formulas using the shortcut. So these are the 4 formulas that you need to remember. Cos of A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Cos A minus B is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Sin of A plus B is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sin A minus B is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So these formulas can be remembered by a code word COD, which is cash on delivery. So you have heard this cash on delivery. So what does this cash on delivery represent with respect to this formulas? So C represents cos and O represents opposite sign, D represents double. So in the cos formula, you get opposite signs and you have double angles, double trigonometric ratios. That means if you have cos of A plus B, with respect to cos, you have the opposite sign here. If you have plus here, you have minus here, minus becomes plus. So regarding cos formulas, you have opposite sign. That is, if you have plus inside, you have a minus outside. If you have a minus inside, you have a plus outside. And D means double. So whenever you have cos, you get double trigonometric ratios. That is cos combined and sin combined. Cos combined and sin combined. So if you remember COD, obviously sine formulas are exact opposite to that. That is, sine formulas have same formula and they don't have double trigonometric ratios. That is, you have one sine and one cos. You won't have double. Sin A sin B will not be there. So I hope you can remember these formulas using the code word COD. Cos has opposite sign with double ratios. Cos has opposite sign with double ratios. So conversely, sine have the same sign with no double ratios. So using these 4 compound angle formulas, you can derive a lot of other formulas. For example, if you want tan of A plus B. So tan of A plus B is nothing but sine of A plus B by cos of A plus B, right? That is equal to sine of A plus B is sine A cos B plus cos A sin B divided by cos A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. COD. Cos, you have an opposite sign and you have double ratios. So that is equal to, this formula looks complicated. So what we do is, let us divide both numerator and denominator with cos A cos B. So if I divide the numerator with cos A cos B, so sin A cos B plus cos A sin B divided by cos A cos B divided by cos A cos B minus sin A sin B divided by cos A cos B. So that is equal to, so if you just divide this, cos B gets cancelled, sin A by cos A is tan A plus, so in the next one, cos A gets cancelled, sin B by cos B is tan B by cos A cos B by cos A cos B, everything gets cancelled, you get 1, minus sin A by cos A into sin B by cos B is tan A tan B. So tan of A plus B is equal to tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. And similarly, tan of A minus B is nothing but, so just get the reverse formula, tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. So you need to remember these formulas also. And from this, I'm not doing the derivation, you can do this. So cot of A plus B, if you want the formula for cot of A plus B, cot of A plus B is nothing but 1 by tan of A plus B. That is, you can just reverse this. So you get the other formula, which is cot A cot B minus 1 by cot A plus cot B. So this is the formula for cot of A plus B. And cot of A minus B is equal to cot A cot B plus 1 divided by cot B minus cot A. So this is something different. It's not cot A minus cot B, you have cot B minus cot A. Because once you take the reciprocal, B comes first and A goes to the next term. So tan A plus B is tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. Tan A minus B is tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. Cot A plus B is this. Cot A minus B is this.